There we go. Just got to tighten that nut, make it right there, make it good.
Nice tight nut.
Mm-hmm.
Tight nut.
There we go. That's a little better.
Do you see my brother look like a thumb? Oh, I think he looked like a thumb from Spy Kids or something.
Oh wow, that's a deep cut right there.
Not as deep as you might think. Let me get a swig of water real quick.
Water.
Hydrate.
I'm
It's
sorry.
actually right next to you, Blade. Do you mind?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was deep thoughts and water shots.
There's deep thoughts and hydration.
His
shots.
fucking
This guy.
fire extinguisher over here.
This guy with his health and his want to be healthy and shit.
They want to be if you're just doing it.
Whoa. Do. Harmonize with me. Do.
Hey, boys, let's
What
shoot
is
for a
that?
format this time. Is that how we're starting it?
I don't know. I'm waiting for somebody to start something. I'm just over here bullshitting.
I'm ready.
Oh, so we're like straight recording.
Dude, everything's
everything.
recording. Yes.
So hi
Oh.
everybody.
Oh,
There we
I'm
go.
Blade. You know who I am, the degenerate extraordinaire. We
The
got
degenerate.
James here,
Hi.
the big man,
The big guy.
and then we have the producer.
We're alive.
We want to go ahead and do a shout out to everybody that's already liked and followed and shared and everything. We really appreciate it. You know, it's already starting to take, we're on our way. It's nice and moving up. We got some views, got some followers. So we appreciate everybody that's already liking and enjoying it. And feel free to jump in the comments and whatever if you want to hear us talk about some nonsense or if there's something you might think we might be funny.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. Anything that you guys think that a couple of dumbs like us should check out and react to, drop it in the comments. We watch them, we read them, we see them, we see you, even the shit talkers. We love you too.
I mean, I thought it was kind of ballsy that y'all dropped your jobs like yesterday, but
Oh yeah, I
more
mean,
power to you.
if you guys are interested about knowing about gunsmithing, let me know.
I mean, I don't think that's what he means by dropped your job. He's trying to make a joke that we quit for all this, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, no.
No, I'm still a gunsmith. I'm always a
we're
gunsmith.
still doing the bullshit daily like
Who's
we have
Smith?
to. Everybody, another episode.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Oh, let me get that.
Son of a bitch.
Boom. I know. I'm sorry.
So this glass is very decorative and cool looking, but it is hard as shit to drink out of.
Yeah, that boy's hollow.
So what was that shit you were telling me about? You said you had some story about some dude in Finland, some soldier or something like that?
Oh yeah. We were hanging out at the gun show. I was working a gun show this weekend.
Oh,
and
okay.
Me and the boys, me and the other Smiths were sitting there talking about just different shit.
Yeah.
Just to pass time. And one of them was mentioning a Finnish soldier in World War II who I think is the first documented soldier to overdose on
Damn.
methamphetamine,
Damn.
which it was like this stuff called Panzer chocolate.
Yeah.
We all know what Panzer chocolate is, right,
And
guys?
if you don't look it up.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy shit. And
For
so
real.
he took he took a dose that was enough for I think 19 to 30 people.
God damn.
Yeah, and so he went into like this fucking if you've ever seen Futurama.
No, of course.
Yeah, so that episode where he got 300 cups of coffee
Oh yeah.
and he hit
just
that
went on slow
300th
down
one
time
and it
and
was
all
like,
that.
That was $103 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
oh, is that what it was?
Yes.
Because they all
Hell
got
yeah.
$300 tax
Yeah.
return or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of situation, but
So-
with Panzer chocolate.
That's a lot of amphetamine.
Oh yeah, and
That's a
so
lot.
this man proceeded to run away from I think I can't remember what forces, but enemy forces, right? So
Right.
and he was one of those ski patrol.
Wait, he was on our side or their side? Oh, he was in
He's a-
Finland.
he was a
No-
Finnish.
No shit. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
And so this guy was skiing through the mountain, all cracked out on high on methamphetamines, right? And
The ultimate soldier.
yeah,
Go
exactly,
ahead.
exactly. So he's skiing, and he ends up stepping on a mine,
Okay.
and he lays in a ditch for like 7 days, I think is what what he was telling us. And
Dude
then
had
he,
so much in his system it lasted for 7 days.
yeah, dog. And no, that it gets even crazier. Like, okay, so he lays in that ditch for seven days, gets enough like strength to get out of the ditch, and then proceeds to go, I think, 248 miles to make it to a border where a hospital picked him up. And after they had fixed him up, he still had a heartbeat of, I think it was 200 beats per minute.
Gee, and he survived.
Yeah, he survived.
He pulled.
He weighed like fucking, what was it?
80 pounds or so?
Yeah, it was like 95 pounds. That's what it was. It was 95 pounds.
Wow.
And
he took enough dose for like 19 to 20 people.
Yeah, and
Holy
get this,
crap.
he survived until 1971.
Damn.
No, 1981.
And when did this happen, supposedly?
World War
II,
II.
right?
So he served between 42 and 44.
So he didn't technically overdose. I mean, I guess.
Oh, he did. He did overdose, but he didn't like
He didn't
fatally overdose.
Yeah,
He took enough for 30 men.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, and then I think he survived literally by making pine tea, and he ate raw Siberian jays, like blue jays, but in Siberia.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be methed out of your mind to be making pine tea and stuff.
Honestly,
I mean,
and could you imagine walking up on that on a hike and shit?
Good
Like some
God.
guy's just like,
Like Ozzy Osbourne level shit right there.
Yeah.
that's beyond that. Well, maybe. I think
Yeah.
Ozzy's done some even level shit, but yeah, that's crazy.
That we know of.
Is there
Yeah,
like any
honestly.
movie or anything about this guy?
So funny is that there's a movie called Panzer Chocolate.
oh, awesome.
The first review is better to spend your time chewing glass than watching this movie.
That's a
Guys-
hell of a review right there.
Guys, I think that's one of the movies we're gonna watch.
I think we're gonna have to when we start the
So-
movie one. Yeah.
Save it.
Yeah,
Bookmark it.
bookmark that bitch.
bookmark
Yeah.
that, yeah.
So if you guys have any terrible movies that you should show
That's
us,
not
Yeah.
the
let us know.
room. We already know about that one.
Yeah, we know about that.
I mean,
Oh,
we'll do
hi,
that too
Mark.
at some point, but just chill out. Like, so what they're trying to talk about is, I don't know if we've mentioned it yet, but we're thinking about starting up like basically a shitty movie channel, a grade B, grade C movie channel. And we can watch, just kind of make some comments, some dumb comments like we do. So if you have any recommendations for us, we already got a couple in our head. We're definitely going to see some Wing Wang.
Oh yeah, of
Or
course.
What's
of
his
course.
name? Wing
Yeah.
Wang?
Wang.
Wang Wang.
Wang
Wang.
Wang. Wang Wang. Definitely going to watch some of them things. We're going to watch some of that. And, of course, the room's going to be on there at some point. So calm down, all
That's
you
gonna
little
be
room
great.
stands. And then, what else we had a couple other ones already in mind. But if that's something you'd like to see, if you have some recommendations, please let us know. We'd like to know what kind of shitty shit you're into. See.
Yeah,
what's
of
it.
course.
Was the Blob a good movie? Or was that
Oh,
one of those
man,
like D
don't
movies?
even know,
You what I'm
dude.
talking about?
The Blob?
Yeah. It's like a horror movie.
Like
I
that
mean-
old 50s movie. It was pretty crazy.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and just gonna go ahead and step on a limb and say it's not great. But-
Maybe for the time.
I mean, for the time. I mean, they thought Young Frankenstein was like scary, but it's like now you watch it now, it's
Oh,
like kind of a
man.
comedy thing.
Young
It's kind of funny.
Frankenstein.
Well,
Yeah.
then, I got my movie for that whole thing. And I
Rest
know
in
you told me
peace.
we can do Citizen Kane. Maybe it's horrible.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, that's
Why
like
Citizen
hold
Kane?
up, wait a minute. That's like considered one of the greatest movies of all time. I don't
Oh,
think
is
we
it?
could- Yeah, Citizen
Oh,
Kane. Yeah,
okay.
I think.
Rosebud.
Yeah, that's Rose.
Rosebud.
But that's like saying Gone with the Wind. Like it's shitty. Yeah, that's like the shit. Like by our standards now, with all our CGI and all this and that, it might be shitty to us. But like back then, it still holds up as one of the greatest movies ever, according to people. But I mean, I guess it's a matter of opinion. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of crazy
True.
movies that I've seen lately that I'm like, damn. But I mean, we'll figure something out when it comes to all that. So you telling me I got to go, because this is all throwing me off. So this man was on a dosage where 19 to 20 people lived in a snow hole after what you say stepped on a landmine and what, broke his back or something?
Blew his foot off, I think.
Blew his whole foot off.
Yeah.
And he's,
I mean, that's what happens with landmines, I think.
so he blew his foot off, buried himself in snow for 7 days or whatever.
Oh, he
there.
didn't bury himself. He was just hanging out in a ditch, just like,
Right.
oh God.
This sucks, but I'm on
Yeah.
meth, so it's all right.
Man, this meth is good. This is some really good chocolate.
I really love this Panzer chocolate.
I need to remember what ration this was. Was it ration D or C? I can't remember.
Think about how crazy that is, though. Like, just the idea of Panzer chocolate. That means the soldiers were literally getting meth chocolate out, like, as here's your reward. Go crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're going to go to war and you want to send your men out there, you want them to have no ambition or no cares or nothing. You go ahead and get them methed out and send them out there to fight. I'm sure that would work. I'm sure that's an effective strategy.
Cheaper than adrenaline shots.
I mean, but
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. Like,
Really?
because the amount of, like, I mean, obviously nobody. Oh, you've seen Breaking Bad.
I've seen Breaking Bad.
You've seen the cheap shit that they used to make meth. Like, it wouldn't be much to just put a whole bunch in like some chocolate recipe and just dish it out. It'd be like edibles, you know what I mean? Like you just do a whole bunch of them. It'd be probably cheaper than, like I said, adrenaline shots.
Yeah, but they're selling the shit that Walter was making for a pretty penny.
Well, I mean, obviously, but I mean, it's, I don't know what he was selling it for.
Look, my basis on drug lore is like
movies.
It's 2 shows. So like,
Nice.
I'm gonna be asking y'all, the degenerates, some questions about it.
Sir, please, I'm an angel.
I mean, I know I said I'm a degenerate, but I'm like one of those chaotic good degenerates.
I mean, I think that's the general vibe of the whole podcast and everybody here. Everybody here is kind of that chaotic good. Like, we like to see the world burn, but only if it's no one's hurting from it. It's just funny. You know?
Pretty lights.
Yeah, look at the fire.
It burns so pretty.
Yeah, but like we're not, I don't want to see nobody hurt from nothing. That's not the goal, unless it's somebody that deserves to be hurt, I guess, in which case,
Bad for the sake of good.
Which brings me to this question.
Oh, no.
If you went back in time and you saw little baby Adolf, could you hit him in the head with a baseball bat?
No, I think I would sway him to be a better artist.
There's no swaying him. The path is going to be the path. You have 30 seconds to either
You realize you're sending me back in time, right? Like,
all right, so Spencer. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot who I was talking to.
Yeah.
There's an Air Force shirt on.
I would.
You're
I
so
wouldn't
fucking
kill
crazy.
him, man. There's points in time where you could be like, oh, okay, I see. Time travel's a thing. Remember string theory. Hey, here's some art supplies, little Adolf, and then maybe he just draws all this shit and he becomes famous that way instead of.
Thank you for saving that multiverses, but we still got to deal with our shit over here.
I mean, butterfly effect, bro.
Yeah. That was a weird movie too. That he said that. You ever see Butterfly Effect back in the day?
Is that Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah. You ever see
I
that?
remember that scene where he's like, "Hey, teacher," and then fucking slams his hand
On the nails.
I was like,
Bro.
stigmata.
That was one of those things, like, it wasn't meant to be nightmare inducing, but I had like legit nightmares thinking about putting your hand through nails, and like I was like, oh, this is no way.
Yeah, that's
There's
my
no
weakness
way.
too, man. Anytime you get like compound fractures or
That's when it's like sticking out the arm, right?
where it breaks your breaks the epidermis.
That's the ones that you can't fix like that. Like, that's some work. That's surgery.
Oh yeah,
and,
that's you're getting some rods, you're getting some screws.
I was about to say, I think I had a health teacher back in high school be like, when they were teaching us, stress fractures and just regular breaks and then compound and all this and that, they were like, yeah, this one you can recover without doctors. This one you need to cast. This one you're fucked, is basically the way they described it.
You've got some recovery time and physical training time.
Jesus, yeah. God. See, that's the thing, like the compound fracture thing, but I get squeamish whenever I see anything about the eyes.
Ugh.
That's my pet peeve too.
Yeah, like I don't like. We were watching Saw. Name one, like, cause literally name one. They all have something to do with, and that we're gonna go into that too, cause them are some shitty movies that some people are just dumb situations. Like, I was watching one where there's a chick with the box, and like the box was over her head and the razor blades, and like you can stick your hands in, but there's only one way out. So my thought press would be, okay, let me use my other hand to push the blades to get my hands out. Instead, she's like, let me put my other hand in this other hole. And you're like, okay, well, clearly this isn't going to work out well for you. You clearly picked the right one for this all.
Lateral thinking is not your strong point, is it, lady?
Yeah, and I mean, I know the whole concept is you're dehydrated and you're drugged and you're not thinking straight. But I mean, something in my head would be like, slice. Maybe I don't put my hand in the other one looking for results. Maybe I just push these blades out my arm and just go from there, But I can't even watch Harry Potter sometimes where I'm like, just punch Malfoy in the mouth. Just get that over with. But,
Have you seen Harry Potter with guns?
Of course.
Bro.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, the YouTube video or whatever, right?
Oh, they made the entire movie.
Really?
Yes, they
Okay,
edited the entire movie to replace
That's a thing?
to replace the wands with guns.
So the entire movie had guns instead of wands.
Yes.
That is
And
hilarious.
there's a scene, I don't know the characters. It might have been Draco Malfoy or the fat kid. I don't know who's the fat kid.
Like, good guy or bad guy?
Good guy.
There's a fat
Neville
kid that's a good guy.
Longbottom?
Nah, I mean, he
Whatever. There's a spell.
talk about a glow up. That man gets handsome, but go on.
Hell yeah.
There's a one of the characters casts a spell on him, but in the movie shoots him, and for the entire movie there's a bullet hole in their head.
That's Neville.
Is it when they were like dueling on the stage or something, or was it just a random scene?
I can't remember, man.
You've never actually seen them, right?
What?
The whole Harry Potter movies.
I've seen Harry Potter with guns.
It's close enough for
Nice.
me.
Put that on the list, by the way. I want to watch that.
Yeah, I mean, we could watch Harry Potter with guns. I'd be down for that. That's a 3-hour mission, but that'd probably be a good one.
That's fine.
It's the flag like outside of the school itself is just like the NRA
Jesus.
logo.
Wow.
It's fabulous.
The
I love
HRA,
it.
Hogwarts Rifle Association.
There you go.
The headmaster is Ted Nugent.
Whenever you know a couple things or whatever, it's really hard. Like, I used to love Rocky. I used to love Rocky so much. Those were like the coolest movies to me. Then you actually learn how to fight for real, and then you're like, Rocky's got the shittiest defense I've ever seen in my life. That man takes so many punches. And then the fact that they just keep hitting each other and not getting tired here. Not going to get tired. Oh, that's my 800th punch of the fight. Guess what? Not tired.
It's the Homer Simpson defense, bro.
And here's what yeah, just keep hitting him until he falls out. But here, no, that's my, never mind. But I'm going to go, I go too far into the Simpsons episode. But but like the one that makes me laugh the hardest is like Rocky 4 when he's trying to fight that Russian Draco in the snow.
Yeah.
How in the fuck did that man get a tan in the snow whenever everything was so cold? He had the time while he's working out in snow up to his chest, Spencer. You've seen Rocky 4, right?
No.
Oh my god.
Man.
He's a youngster here. Just mind him.
It's that fair Italian skin, bro.
Yeah. No, that's beyond. That shit went from fair Italian skin to the like perfect olive oil like.
Yeah, that's the Super Saiyan version of
He
Italians.
never stood in the sun with his shirt off.
Exactly.
Even when he's training, he was under 3 like sweaters.
Oh.
Explain me how he got that tan, bro. You can't tell me unless you want to tell me that because he was sitting next to a bonfire, he got slightly roasted. There's no way he got that tan that he got.
That's the excuse right there.
I mean, I'll buy that a little bit, but damn, you're really pushing my. It's like the one, the third one where he fights Mr. T, Clubber Lane, and shout out to Clubber Lane, the Chicago native. But he, the whole time he's sitting there just punching him, bam, 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 bam. Come on, that all you got? That all you like, bro? Every single one of them's a concussion. Like, god damn, how tough are you gotta be? Like, Jesus doesn't get tired. Hits him 3 times. Rocky goes down. You're like, oh, okay, like all right, like I see how this is.
His brain's going on a roller coaster, up, down, left, right, BA, start.
Hey, you want to talk about like ultimate insults that actually get you fired up? He's like, you would let your wife come over to a real man. Like,
yeah,
damn.
honestly. That's how I try to kill you, honestly.
I mean, at that point, it's not even a boxing fight. It's like, let me catch you somewhere on the outside. Like, we ain't got to get in the ring for nothing. Like,
matter of fact, I'm going to be at this bar right here.
Yeah, I'll be here with my fine-ass wife. Go ahead.
My usual spot in the back.
I'm always there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. What were we talking about on the way over here? There was another movie I was talking about.
Now I want to talk about y'all's bar fights. This sounds interesting.
We don't need to go into that
No.
story. Hey, we've never been in a bar fight, either one of us. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nope. Mm-mm.
So there was this one time.
I was bar fight adjacent. That's all.
No, you know what?
Really?
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I've been in a couple. I think a lot of people that were big and Irish have at least been in one. If you ain't been in enough bars that you're not performing.
All I do is play in bars.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I used to go there to look for trouble. You were making money. You were better off than I was.
Plus, nobody really fucks with the musicians once a bar fight happens.
Yeah.
If you just keep playing, now we have battle music.
If anything, I'm about to say, if anything, you get yourself out of it. Just be like, change the tone, guys, and just really get high pitched and
That's
get it
when
going.
we switch over to the Doom theme. We have that just in case.
You guys become bards and everybody gets buffed.
But I say, yeah, everybody just, I'm so amped. But like,
so your bar fights.
I mean, I got one ready to go if you want me to.
Are we gonna go down this path? Are we really
I
gonna
mean,
do
it's
this?
not bad.
I don't know.
Look,
But I don't know what your story is, but I know mine ain't
It's
necessarily
not
great.
bad. I remember what happened. So
Okay.
there was a couple of ladies who had gotten into it. Why are you looking at my mans?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, and
Don't let your man go to the
it
bar.
was late into the night, man. It was one of those nights where we're like, yeah, we're staying till close, baby. We typically have the upstairs area, get with the pool halls, getting our pool on,
Right.
And then so I'm going down to the bar.
Nothing like some bar pool. But go
Honestly,
ahead.
bro, it's
I'm
the
down. I
best.
love
It's
it.
the best.
Once you get like 3 or 4 of these in, then you just start playing some pool. It's
Yeah,
nice.
I call that the whiskey matrix.
Oh, that's what we get to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're trying to achieve.
So
That's when
typically,
the content gets good.
typically you get into the whiskey matrix after 2 solid double shots, right?
I mean,
And
3 for me.
then you just never miss, at least for me. And then so I'm going downstairs, right?
When he says he never misses, I've seen that shit in person. He was like, I get better the drunker I get. I'm like, nobody gets. That's what everybody says about everything. It's impossible. And then we went from being even sucky to this motherfucker racking the table on me. I was like, okay, I see how this is. But go ahead.
Yep, that's the whiskey matrix, baby.
Ooh.
Anyway, I headed downstairs to get another drink and shit, and that's whenever they started
whiskey.
angering. Angering? Arguing, yelling.
Angering?
Angering. They were angering, bro.
I'm so angry right now.
They were drunk arguing, slurish fucking bullshit. Why are you
Yeah.
looking at my man? Blah, 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 blah. And then they started, like, pushing each other and fighting.
So you're in a high-end bar.
Something like that.
Go
No,
ahead.
we all know the place.
Yeah, I already know without you saying the name. I know
You
where
know
you're
it, baby. You know it.
Yep.
So I'm down
It's
there.
one of two, and where
and
we're at. So
this
it's-
fight
yeah.
starts, and then it causes another fight in the corner. And then, let's see. I think there was 3 fights that happened, like, as a domino effect. These ladies got in a fight. They pushed into other people, and it caused different fights around the bar, right?
Right.
And I'm like, oh, God, where's Matt? Because he was down here last time. And I'm, like, looking around frantically, and then, like, people part like it's the seas and shit like that.
Right.
And Matt's like, what's happening? And I look at him, and I'm like, Matt! He looks at me, and I reach out and grab him and pull him in, and I yank him behind me. And then some guy gets punched right next to him and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, we need to go upstairs. They can handle this bullshit.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I mean by I was bar fight adjacent. I've never been in a bar fight,
Every time I've ever had to be in a bar altercation,
but I've
is-
saved people from bar fights.
Well,
So
that's
there
what I'm
you
about
go.
to say. Every time I've been in a bar altercation,
Bartik.
Bartication. But anytime I've been in a bar altercation, it's because of a friend started some shit. Like anytime, listen, whenever I used to go out to a bar,
Yep.
I wasn't even one of those people who was like, let's go out there and find some women. Like I just wanted to have a drink. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to harass nobody. Just leave me alone. Leave them alone. Let's just have a good time. But it was always a friend that, hey, your buddy's talking to my wife. Go talk to my friend. Then that ain't me. Okay, and then that friend's got to always start some shit. Whoa, easy now. Knows.
What does that mean?
It means he knows who the person is I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
knows. But
Oh okay.
yeah.
I'm tracking.
Yeah. it's
Sorry,
all
I'm
right.
dumb.
You're almost there. But yeah, so we're sitting there and it's always something like that. Oh, your friend's talking to my wife. Okay, and then next thing you know, they got a brother, and then I'm sitting there just fuck, because obviously you can't let your boy get jumped. I got a simple rule. Like if I
Yeah.
go out with you, like, hey, look, if it's a one-on-one, handle your business. If you get your ass beat, that's on you for putting yourself in that situation. I'm not gonna let you get killed. I'm not gonna let it get carried away. But if you put yourself in a situation, even as a friend, hey, look, man, you did that, not me. You know what I mean? Now I got your back. If someone tries to jump in, hey, man, look, let them handle their business. Mind yours. Your boy's getting their ass beat. It happens that way, or vice versa. Could be either way, but. Anytime I've ever been in anything, it's bailing out a friend, and it's not just the one friend that I know you think but it's been a couple, and it's always that situation. And, like, lucky for me, I am a bigger guy, so a lot of times I can, like, deter a situation of just being cool and big, hey, guys, come on. But, I mean, there's been times where, one time oh, God, I don't even know if I should say this, but there was one time
You're
where
starting. Go ahead.
no,
Yep.
but there was one time that someone tried
Highly
to
edit it.
yeah. There was one time that someone tried to jump over my friend's back, and then basically I caught him midair and put him through a table, and I was just like, oh, that's what that feels like.
Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
and it was one of those things like they're jumping over to try to hit my friend in the back. Kind of thing, pick him up, throw him against the wall type shit, just like, hey, we ain't doing that. Next thing you know, like, damn.
I mean,
broke
I'd be
it through.
disappointed if you didn't, at least for a split second, think, I'm going to make it in the WWE.
No, there
Yeah,
was a
no
moment I
shit.
wanted to jump on there and be like, the cream of the crop will always rise to the top. He goes from the top bar. And then, elbow drop somebody through a pool table. But then I'm like, I like pool. I don't want to do that.
Hit him with the sharpshooter, bro.
Just out of nowhere, just,
like Yeah.
Could you imagine being in a bar fight? You knock someone down. What's he doing? The figure four. Woo! He's
Yeah,
that guy down.
exactly.
Just-
The hell out of the audio.
Yeah, that was gnarly. That was some redlining shit right
Yeah.
there.
Woo!
Oh, please stop.
The nature
Hey.
boy.
All right, give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Woo!
So who you think's the bigger degenerate in life, Ric Flair or like Snoop Dogg? Like, who would you rather party with? Because that's a hard toss-up.
Ooh,
Like, okay, degenerate's a bad word, but who would you rather party with, Ric Flair all night or Snoop?
probably Ric Flair.
I mean, Ric Flair, you're getting laid. Like, that's a guarantee. Like, Snoop Dogg, you got a really good chance, but Snoop might pull all 3 of them for himself. Like, Ric Flair's notoriously known for being like, hey, I got 5, I can only handle 4. Here's one for my buddy type shit. So, I mean, I don't know. I think Rick would be fun, but that's a lot of alcohol, man. They said that dude used to... Like, you want to talk about freak of natures? Like, I don't think people understand how, like, the dude used to go wrestle for an hour, which isn't easy. If you've ever ran around, try to do that kind of shit, you will be tired.
Right.
Then he'd sit there and go party from, like, the moment he stopped till, like, 6 in the morning, hit the gym, would take a 30-minute nap, and then wrestle again for, like, an hour. Like, the dude is crazy.
Yeah.
Levels of, like... And supposedly never did drugs or nothing. Like, he was just a freak of nature. He just enjoyed drinking and fucking, and he just kept him going and going and going. Like, God damn.
He found the Panzer chocolate.
He found his Panzer
did.
chocolate. Yeah,
he sure fucking did.
Like,
You guys, you're both wrong. It's Martha Stewart. I'm here to make some money, and I'm
Oh,
here to make
man.
some business deals.
I'm talking about an hour. Like, you're going out for the night. Like, Martha is somebody you get to know forever if you're trying to make business deals. Like, hey, here's a new sponge, Martha. Put your name on it. It's going to make us money. I'm talking about if you're going out with the intent of having a really good time, who you choosing?
I kind of want to go back to the baby Adolf Hitler thing here.
Oh no. Yeah, it is your
All
turn.
right.
We spun so many plates.
So many.
New plate.
Yeah, it's up there. I'd give him the Panzer chocolate. Obviously, that's the
Who?
way. Baby Adolf Hitler.
You.
Yeah.
So an invention that's not even okay. So you bring back some Panzer chocolate and give it to baby Adolf,
Yes.
and just let him OD.
Let's see what happens.
What if it escalates everything to be like 30 years like earlier?
Hilarious.
He's
Earlier
12
than-
years old and already given the speeches.
Oh
That
my
Yeah,
God.
immediately.
he's already written Mein Kampf.
He's in preschool with all the other kids. No shit.
Damn, this kid's making sense.
Could you-
They're like,
Making
shit.
some shit.
Could you imagine like the report card comments is like, little Adolf was saying some things again, but some of the students were kind of agreeing. So it's just,
But boy, howdy, is he a great speechwriter.
His
and his
attendance
art is nice.
Perfect.
his
Wow.
attendance is
Yeah.
perfect. Someone's gonna take,
Satisfactory.
someone's gonna take this shit so out of content.
Do
No,
it.
we're not
Do
fans.
it. Take it out of context. Make me a monster.
Help me, please.
You're in a simulation. Wake up.
Real quick before we keep going with everything, R.I.P. Toby Keith. That kind of came out of nowhere. Wasn't a
Oh,
big
yeah.
country fan. Not gonna say I listened to a lot of the music, but I just hate anybody that was that.
Can you
level.
name
Just-
3 songs of his?
Absolutely not. But just R.I.P. Like, I remember him more for suplexing, I think, Ric Flair in wrestling. than I-
Really?
Yeah. There's a video. You can look
All right,
that
well,
up.
we're bottoms up.
And you know what's crazy is how a lot of celebrities get in with wrestling and they try to do their thing. His suplex was legit. Like, obviously it's wrestling. It's scripted. You can't. I'm a fan. I'm not gonna sit there and say it's fake because you still got to lift another grown man and throw him around and all that.
Yeah.
So that being said, like when he did it, I was like, damn, Toby. Okay, I see you, dog. Here he goes. Look at him. Oh, Jeff Jarrett. That's who it was. Yeah. He's not the biggest guy, but that dude's still like 200 pounds muscle.
Let's go.
Watch this shit. Perfect form. Straight up, bro. Like it
It
wasn't
looks like he's
shit.
grabbing his dick.
I mean, that's wrestling. That's a lot of wrestling.
Oh, thank God he's got this lever to grab onto. Wait a minute.
It's not a liver at all.
That's a penis.
I
Shut the
am
doors
seeing-
and turn the lights down low, baby.
That is.
That's Garth Brooks.
It
no.
Oh, see, I don't know.
I-
I don't
That's
know country.
Josh Turner, my friend.
Wow.
Really?
That's the only country song I sing.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
country songs
I don't either.
other
Like,
than Neon Moon.
see, that's what's crazy is like, the one thing I hate is like just being a big white Texan. A lot of people are like, so what's your favorite country? I was like, I don't listen to country.
No, sir. I would say "Descending Angels" by the Misfits. That's my favorite punk song. I mean, that's one of my favorite songs.
Misfits in general, I like. Yeah, Offspring, I like a lot.
I like The Offspring as well.
Yeah, I know a lot of their stuff. People, this all sounds the same. No, it's not. It's different. You just had to be from the time, man.
I like Agent Orange.
There you go.
Agent Orange
That's
is good.
That's Agent Orange. Speaking tying into the wrestling thing, they did that dude that just passed. Unfortunately, Bray Wyatt. They did his theme song, and that's one of the baddest songs ever. Like for a wrestling theme or not, like it's a badass song. And what's cool about that too is like he found him just because he was one of those dudes that was like a real metalhead type guy. You know what I mean? So he would just be like on Spotify looking up all the young artists and people that haven't made it yet. He found the song, put him on the wrestling for his interest theme. Had like the best theme ever, like the best entrance for like a lot of people, like just the best, made them blow the fuck up. Agent Orange, that shit was kind of cool. I was like, damn, that's badass. Like, your normal person didn't know that song, but I had that song in my like workout playlist. I was like, yeah, catching fly. Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
the Ace
there
of
it is.
Spades, was the Ace of Spades ever somebody's intro song?
No, but Triple H used to use Motorhead exclusively. Like
Oh, yeah.
the game was I think
That's what I'm thinking of.
the game.
Time to play the game. yeah,
Yeah.
but that one, and then he had an exclusive one called King of Kings, which is like honestly one like just as a song, I like the song, but like yeah, so he was like super cool with them, so he had them like write personal theme songs for him. But that's back in the day where they actually had cool themes. Like nowadays, everything's kind of generic. Like everybody's shit. Like there's like one or two guys like what Rev Theory.
Has to be though.
That's the thing because they're
Has
saying
to
the
be.
money's so crazy, but like Rev Theory still does Randy Orton's, and that's still one of the coolest theme songs.
Well,
you know?
that's the and I've tried to do this actually, the whole sync licensing thing.
Right.
That's when you're commissioned by whoever the hell wants you, they're like, hey, make it sound like this artist.
Right.
Because you don't have to pay, now you don't have to pay $500,000 for the rights just to use that song a few times. Now you own the song for only like $2,000,
Right.
So.
And that's what they used like. That's the crazy thing is like, you remember Big Show, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know that's not actually him.
What?
What do you mean?
I always thought that was him singing his own theme song. Not gonna lie, I always thought that was him in the booth just whirl. But no, it's not
I'm
him.
not surprised.
But it kind of killed it for me because I always thought it would be funny if they just, all right, Big Show in the booth, record, take one, ready, go. Okay. Hey man, let me believe, man. It's still rhythmic, damn it. Like, you ever see that video?
Yes.
That shit's so hilarious.
Yes.
Like, yeah, there's fans, and then there's people who's like, okay, bro, look, get in reality. Like, it's not.
I mean, that's what Nacho Libre is about.
God, I love that movie. We were literally watching that movie last night.
Are you for real?
For real, with the kids were all watching Nacho Libre last night. Like,
Hell yeah.
I love that movie.
These are the Lord's
Yeah, but
cheeks.
where are the chips? The chips provide the flavor. Someone stole them. No one's stealing orphan's chips. It's just like the stupid shit.
That's my favorite part is like whenever he fights El Esqueleto.
El Esqueleto.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just gets his ass kicked
He
in the
gets his
parking
ass
lot.
kicked and he's like, you know what? He's going to be my wrestling partner.
You have moves in the ring.
He's the one person that defeated me in a fight. Like,
But you know what I think's hilarious about that movie too, and then again being a wrestling fan, it just matches out perfectly. The dude lost every match up until the point, and then all of a sudden he, the producer getting a second shot.
oh my goodness, the producer is producing some crazy shit right now.
Well, we also need to eventually get to the deep thoughts part of the podcast. But go ahead, continue.
This isn't a deep thought. Nacho Libre is not a deep thought to you.
Oh, well, I'm so corrected.
The complexities of Nacho Libre. Did you not see when he had his stretchy pants just for fun?
Bro, get that corn out of my face.
Get the corn out of my face. Ramses is at the party.
Oh my god. That fucking scene is great.
I like how they just like how would that mariachi band not know that he's not a normal? Just, okay, it's your turn to sing. It's like what? Like what are you talking about? Like I ain't even been playing the instrument the
That's
whole
the
thing.
power of comedy.
Oh, listen, I've been in some gigs where you don't know what the fuck's going on. You just
go with it. Huh?
get through it.
Oh,
Smile and play the notes. Smile and play the notes.
smile and wave,
Maybe
boys.
I'll tell you all the story about the gig I didn't actually play at, but I was on stage for.
Okay, no, go ahead. That's better than our Nacho Libre story. Go ahead.
I gotta pee.
Ooh.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Wow.
And then he's got to pee so bad he can't even work the mic. He's the producer. God,
I never said I was a good one.
that's fair.
Yeah.
It did say on your resume, shitty.
He is the producer.
Shitty, available immediately.
Huh. Shitty producer, but available now.
Change your name to one of the producers.
The one of. Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. There's lots of producers out there. Shout out to all you producers out there.
And then shout down to all you producers out there.
That's right,
Taking
because
my
you need to be
goddamn
working
job.
right now.
They took your job.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
there
a
you
deep
go.
cut right
Good bit.
there.
Is South Park really a deep cut? Are you going to go to the bathroom so you can hurry up and get back or not?
Oh, I already went.
So while he's gone, I guess I can talk about the gun show.
Oh, yeah. So just for everybody, like we said, our boy here, he is an official gunsmith. So he, whenever we're talking about this shit, we're not just talking to some untrained redneck jackass or something.
That's true.
Like that.
I'm not really a bubba. I'm a trained bubba.
Yeah, he's a
I'm a
trained bubba.
reformed
Go ahead.
reformed bubba.
I mean, don't tell them everything, but just give them a little background to who you are and why you're so into guns and stuff like that, so they know just you're not just some average jack off.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Show
I've
the
always
hoodie.
been around guns, and yeah, I was member of the Air Force.
There you go.
There you go.
So again, we're not just talking about some dude that's just I like to go bang bang with the boom boom sticks. It's
No.
a guy that's actually been trained. He knows what to do, trigger control and discipline, all that stuff.
It's true. I'm also a trained NRA instructor. if
There
that-
you go. So if anybody sees it and they want to go ahead and send me $200, I'll send him $100 to train you.
Yeah, sure. Sure. That's how that works.
It's gonna work now. Anyways, so you're working. I remember you telling me you got to go work a gun show for the company you work for, and you're out there showing some stuff. And then you said there's some look. The joke is at 3 a.m. There's some strange characters in Walmart, but from what you were telling me, there's some real strangers.
3 a.m. at Walmart is kind of top tier right there.
Yeah.
But it is on par with that, man.
So real quick, because now that brought me on to another. What do you think's like the probably top 3 weirdest places to be at, like at 2 a.m. to find the character? Like Walmart, we just said's up there, but what else would you say?
Old Walmart, back in the day, Walmart. when it was
Waffle
open.
House.
Yeah, definitely Waffle House.
Definitely Waffle House.
Bro, I've got a story about Waffle House if you want to listen.
I mean, always. I got
Okay.
a story too, but yeah.
So anyway, I was
Camera one.
Camera one.
Camera one.
Is that
Camera
camera
one?
one?
Yes.
Okay, camera
Hi,
one.
camera one.
Hi, camera one. Camera two.
So anyway, stop it.
Camera
No,
one.
we're not doing that. We're not doing
Camera
that.
two.
We're not doing that.
Don't
Camera-
interrupt.
camera two?
Blade.
Camera one. Camera two.
uh,
Camera one. Learn your positions.
I know my camera ones and camera twos.
I know, missionary. What other position do you need?
The hoodie is kind of like the foreskin of your jacket.
That's very true. Okay, so yeah, there was just a lot of like, I felt like an NPC. To be
Okay.
completely honest with you, you know, like you go to, like, let's say Skyrim, you go to War Maidens and shit
Right.
like that, and you talk to the fucking.
Like how you know the locations by heart. but
yeah,
go
man. I mean, I
Like
played
the
Sky-
NPC he is.
Like the
Yeah, I know.
NPC he is.
I
He
know.
knows War Maidens.
Well, I mean, you go, you know, you have your home base in Skyrim. It's Whiterun. Come on
That's
now.
fair. That's fair.
If it's not Whiterun, you're wrong. Anyway,
That sounded racist, but go ahead.
I'm just saying.
It's
Cloud District
white
and whatnot.
is run is right.
But I felt like an NPC. You came up to talk to me and all that stuff, and I'm like, "Hi, welcome. We are these guys. Are you looking to protect yourself or do some damage? You know, levels shit like that."
You looking to upgrade or purchase?
Yeah, exactly. That's how it felt. And so I had this time to just kind of people watch and stuff like that. And man, honestly, I was listening to all these conversations, listening and looking, and everybody really looked the same. You know, they had denim jeans, Ariat boots, flannel, maybe a little polo vest over them.
How many people were named Trevor?
I didn't ask names.
But how many would you guess?
2.
Sorry,
That's it?
Only 2 Trevors.
The rest of them were probably Blake.
Oh.
Sorry, Blakes and Trevors, you got attacked.
There's
That's
at least
true.
a Keith in there somewhere.
Yeah, there's a Keith or two.
Rest in
Toby
peace.
Keith, R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in power, baby. Rest in power. Turning lights down low and
That is Josh
shutting
Turner,
doors.
you son of a bitch.
Listen, man, we got like 2 country songs to run with, so we're going to go with the ones we know.
That's true.
Ring of Fire.
That's-
Folsom
is
City
that a-
Blues.
I
Is
mean,
that country?
Yes.
I mean, Johnny
Is it
Cash
outlaw
is-
country?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Technically outlaw country, right?
every time I think outlaw country, I just think of Archer, but go
Same
ahead.
here. Same here. I
What'd you want
fucking
me to
love
do
that
with this?
shit.
What you want me to do with this firework pop? Don't put it up there. It's for the pictures.
Oh, and then the biggest character that I remember from the gun show. I mean, no disrespect. Respect to all the veterans out there and all that stuff.
Right.
There was this gentleman who looked to be maybe a Korean War veteran.
So probably in the 70s.
Oh, way older than that.
80s.
80s, maybe pushing
Well, because
90s.
Korea's like, what, 60s?
50s, 60s, something like that.
So you figure 19, so if you say 50s, it'd be like 40. What is that? No, that'd be like 32. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
So,
About 80 years, 90 years.
man,
Damn, that's crazy.
and I'm pretty sure this guy used to, like, you know, he was in a wheelchair, by the way, like one of the
Right.
electric wheelchairs, you know.
Right.
And, man, that guy must have been tall as shit whenever he was walking around because he had his chair jacked up to be
He
at
was
least
walking?
No.
He was in a
He wasn't
wheelchair.
walking. He was
Okay.
in one of those little electric wheelchairs where you push the joystick forward, backwards, left, right. You know.
Those look like so
Move
much
forward.
fun, but unfortunately, it takes so much to be able to get one. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got a lot of prerequisites.
Yeah.
One,
Imagine
no
like the
legs.
chair that Stephen
That's it.
Hawking sits in.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one of like
Speaking of
something like
Stephen
that.
Hawking, apparently he liked to fuck midgets that couldn't solve complex math problems.
Oh
Go
my
ahead.
goodness! Okay, we'll spin that play later. That
That's the
shit's
funniest shit
hilarious.
ever, yeah. You didn't hear about that?
You didn't hear
go
about
ahead.
No. We have to finish this.
Yeah, we're finishing this
we'll
right
go
here,
into
right
the other
now.
one. Yeah.
So
Oh,
this guy
sick.
is just he's like
Epstein
his
list.
chair is jacked up like it's a fucking lowrider. You know what I mean? Like a lowrider with hydraulic. Like,
Oh,
have
man.
you ever seen any of those hydraulic
Yes.
competitions where they're
Yes.
like, yeah. So this guy had it jacked up, and you could see like the little the hydraulic things. It was like maxed out. Like, it looked like a straight bar was just up in that thing, and he was sitting at 6'2", rolling around.
Damn.
Yeah, he was rolling around the whole
Was in
gun
a
show
monster
that
truck.
way. Yeah, exactly. And he like stood taller than me, and I'm like, oh shit, okay.
That's
Like
kind of intimidating. If
honestly.
it's like, damn, is that a Transformer? What is this?
yeah, bro. It felt like the Emperor of Mankind was rolling by me. You know, if you're familiar with 40K, of course, you know the.
Spitzer, I want you to find the most jacked up like power chair and put it on the green screen for this. But yeah, go ahead.
That's true. Maybe some 18-inch rims on that bad boy too.
Jesus.
he didn't have it. He didn't have that.
With
It
a
was all
system.
stock. It
With
was
a
just his
system.
hydraulic thing was like, woo.
That's got to be like, bro. That's got to be like, because I've been in scissor lifts, working construction and stuff, and that's got to at some point feel. I mean, I don't know, like, because I was telling you when you were kind of mentioning this to me earlier, I was like, because I'm 6'1", like I would want to kind of, if that's what I've been my whole life, I kind of want to see things that I would hate to go from seeing the top of people's heads to their asses. Like that'd be tough to deal with. Like,
I get that. I understand. I don't know what that is. He just slammed something down
he
on
just
the table.
threw a lift license.
Yes, sir. Still certified.
Certified lift
Hell
license.
yeah.
What the fuck
I'm
is
coming
that?
for your scissor lifts.
Yeah, we're technically certified to drive scissor lifts anywhere.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
it's
We can do
technically a boom lift, not the scissor lift.
That makes me laugh though, because one of my favorite videos on YouTube of all time is the drunk guy on the
Yeah.
scissor lift. I love that video. He's running to arrest. Oh, can you get me? He's just going up.
Wow.
You never seen that?
No.
Spencer,
Well, I
look
guess
that up
we're
while
pulling
we're
it up.
talking. Yeah. So you got this guy. You got a veteran jacked up on 18s
Yeah. Best part about it,
with
bro.
a system.
You know how I was standing at the booth, right?
Right.
Like I was basically NPC man staying there.
What are you
I
buying?
could see him. I could see him rolling throughout the whole area that I could see on the gun show. Like he was
Yeah.
down at like 3 booths at the knife sharpening guy. I could see his ass. He's just rolling
ass?
around. No, well, you know him.
Looking at his ass?
No,
How do you see his ass when he's sitting in a chair? That's impressive.
I'm not a superhero.
That's a hell of an ass.
I'm not a superhero. Plus,
Oh, okay.
that thing looked like it was made out of lead. It was heavy. It was old.
His ass or the machine?
Yes.
Okay. So you had a guy riding around in a 6'2" power chair just over top everybody, huh?
Yeah, and I could see him from every point and angle that I was at.
I mean, like I was saying earlier, I kind of feel like I'd probably be the same. Like I'm used to being 6'1". Like I don't want to look at people's asses. Like I'm not
Yeah,
used
I
to
get
that.
it, man. I get it. All
mean-
the smells change too.
Like if you had to lose like a limb, what would it be? Would you rather have your arms or your legs?
Ooh.
It's tough, right?
Hmm.
You
Just
can't-
get rid of them all.
I
Fuck
mean,
it.
You can't jack off with your feet unless you're limber. So I guess arms are kind of that. That's a plus for arms.
That's
but I
true.
like to walk around.
I would probably get rid of one of my arms.
I didn't say one.
Oh, both of them?
Yep, arms or legs.
Probably legs.
Yeah, like
Mm,
you'd rather keep your legs or your arms?
damn.
I know, right? That's tough.
Yeah, okay, go ahead and take the legs.
You're gonna take the leg, and then we're gonna cut it off at the hip joint, so you still got your dick. We're not gonna hit you at the waist. So just so
Cool, it's literally, my legs have been pulled out of their pelvic
Just
area.
literally just- like if it's some kind of shitty Barbie,
Doctor, how's my dick? It's okay.
it's attached.
It's there. But
It's
you've only
alright.
got 8 inches. What? Only 8? No!
What happened to the other 12?
Yeah, exactly. That'd be my question.
Listen, if you got 20 inches, you got to go see a doctor because I mean that's some,
Hey, I call him a coctor, but go ahead.
Cockter.
The cockter.
Cock doctor.
Hey, that's a joke. I'm genuinely afraid of like phantom pains if that ever happened.
Oh,
is
yeah,
that a thing?
yeah. That's real.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, because I remember whenever you used to talk on the like when cell phones were becoming real big, like actually blowing up.
They're like, oh, tumors on your ears, right?
No,
No.
that too.
The
that
phantom
too.
buzz
But
is
the
what he's
phantom
talking
buzz.
about.
Yeah, you remember that thing?
I
Yeah.
still get that.
Yeah, that's a real thing. So it's like when you get used to your phone being in your pocket for so long, and like every time you get zzz, 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 you will like, especially in high school, I used to get this a lot. Like you'd be sitting there, and after a while, just and you're like, oh, my phone went off, and you looking like my phone didn't go off. What the hell? Like,
Dude, I'm 25. I keep my phone on silent now.
yeah,
damn, you're
he's
young.
the most annoying guy to get a hold of. Holy shit!
Fuck you. I'll call you back.
Like, I mean, he's good if he's awake, but like if he's asleep and you, Spencer, the building's on fire. I need your help desperately. This motherfucker's sleeping right through no ringer.
Somebody will figure out who has their ringer on. That's okay.
Someone will do it.
Yeah.
They'll wake him up. I'd come in and blast a shotgun.
If the fire don't wake me, it'll burn me.
What is blasting a shotgun gonna do for a fire burning your house down?
I mean, it's a loud decibel thing. It'll wake his ass up, and then we can leave.
That's fair. All right, so
Understandable. Have a good day.
yeah, that
You
would say.
know,
What else can you
kick
say?
the door in. He's snoring. You just go,
Wakey, wakey.
time to wake up. Building's on fire. Get the fuck out. Let's go.
So the Super Bowl last night, you catch that?
I did not, but I did watch the highlights of it.
It was one of the better games that we've had in a long time. I will give them credit for that. I didn't really have a dog in the fight. I like Mahomes because he's from Texas, but I mean, what's his name? Trent Williams is also from Texas. He's from like Fort Worth, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. I don't know. He's from Longview or whatever, so East Texas.
He's reaching for it again. Look at him.
Spencer's
He's
on
going for it.
Hey, seriously, can I kill this?
Yeah,
I
go
mean,
for
yeah,
it.
go for it.
Sweet.
But so like I didn't really have a dog in the fight. I mean, San Francisco was my pick to win from the beginning of the year just because I saw them like truth be told, and I know you're a Cowboy fan, so this is gonna hurt. But
Yeah, boy.
after I saw them blow your boys out 40-0, I was like, that team's going to the Super Bowl. Like, you couldn't convince me otherwise. I was like, because there was only 3 contenders in the NFC anyway, or the NFC anyways. It was the Cowboys, the Eagles, and San Francisco, obviously.
Yeah.
And once they blew out the Cowboys, I was like, yeah, them boys going to the Super Bowl. Like, whether they win it or not, I don't know. I will never bet against Patrick Mahomes, period. But it was a good Super Bowl. Real defensive, not a whole lot of, if you watch the highlights, it's more or less just like a Madden game, marching up and down the field, nothing crazy. But, I mean, when it mattered, that boy came through, and he threw the perfect touchdown, got him 3 seconds left in the game. I mean, it was a pretty good game.
Yeah, that was a good play against the zone, too, especially the final play is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Got to watch that, and that was pretty good in overtime. Came in clutch.
So, I don't know what it is, but Nickelodeon might be really running the Super Bowl better than like CBS or whoever has it now, because they had Dora the Explorer explaining the rules.
What?
Shit was hilarious. See if you can look that up, Spencer. But there was one where it was like, they got
That's a first down.
No.
That means the chains move.
No, legit, bro.
You say first down?
Okay, y'all
Good.
y'all are making jokes, but it was legit. Like, the ref threw a flag because the defensive player was holding. Can you say holding? Now, holding can be called on both. Like, they break it down like that.
That's
and it's
awesome.
and then what was cool is they actually did the SpongeBob. Look, here we go. Dora, explain the rules.
Who the hell is this?
That's the new Dora.
No.
That's new Dora, bro.
Disgusting.
Just deal with it.
Wow.
They actually
They did
so
it.
from
They
from
fucking
years,
did it.
Yeah, so you remember years ago how everybody was like SpongeBob was supposed to be on the Super Bowl halftime show and they disappointed with it. Now here's sicko mode, and then everybody was real pissed off. They actually did it on Nickelodeon where they had them do the bubble bowl thing and like they just tied in clips of everybody.
Look at that shit looking like a fucking what is that shit? Super Smash Brothers level.
No, for real, bro. yeah, it does. Look, he's throwing the jellyfish. Look,
Somebody's gonna have to pee on his hands.
somebody got to. But yeah, so like I just wanted to bring that up. Like, thank God Nickelodeon did it right, because I remember how many people were. I was disappointed. Like everybody, Spencer doesn't give 2 shits about the Super Bowl, and that year he watched it just to see if they did it right on the Super Bowl halftime show, and when it didn't, he just walked off so disappointed.
A little bit.
Like and then it's like,
Well, I watched it last night, to be fair.
no, I'm talking about that halftime show.
I
where
know
they
what you're talking
fucking-
about.
Yeah. Like what was that? Like 2 or 3 years ago? It was
Something
supposed
like
to be
that,
something like that. Yeah. Look at Travis Kelce really getting into it. Sweet.
That reminded me of The Longest Yard there.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know how much I can put into this, though, honestly.
No, I mean people can look it up. They know what it is.
Sure.
But no, The Longest Yard, that's a funny ass movie. Talk about a movie that wouldn't fly today.
Honestly.
Jesus Christ. I think we've talked about this already on one of the episodes, so I'm not going to get too into it because I feel like we talked about this.
Quite possibly. If not, we'll come back to it.
Yeah,
Listen,
we'll bring it back up.
This can be like your thing, all right? Every podcast like has their thing that they keep bringing back up because it's like a comfort pick. Let it be The Longest Yard.
There's only so much you can do for an hour and a half movie about The Longest Yard.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, but
Bert
that
the
does,
Turtle is in
How
it.
much do we talk about
Bert
the
the
Donkey Kong
Reynolds.
Country show?
we're going to bring that up.
Okay.
But like,
Oh, Lord.
that does bring up a point though, like, okay, so like, you know how he got like hated for shaving points or whatever? Yeah, hold on.
What was that?
What are you doing, man?
Captain fucking Irish goodbye over here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I guess I
Jesus.
He
got
didn't
to
even
another.
say anything. Oh, no.
Oh, Longest Yard, yeah. But like, okay, so you know how he's like notoriously hated for shaving points, right?
Yeah.
So that brings me into like,
He's football Pete Rose.
yeah. Well, no, Pete Rose didn't. Like, that's the thing. Pete Rose bet for his team. It's like that. Pete
I
Rose
thought he
thing.
did both.
I don't think he ever shaved points. This when they were on like a winning streak. I think he bet for his team.
Okay.
It was either I don't know if it was he bet for his team or he bet against his team, and then that's what really got him the lifetime ban. Because
Bring that up, producer.
yeah, I actually looked that up. Pete Rose ban because if you're like, here's the way I feel about it. If you're betting money on your own team, that's just being confident. Like, hey, as a coach, we're gonna fucking win. If you put money against your team, then okay, like
I can look up Pete Rose gambling.
Yeah.
yeah.
come up?
He's got a ban lifetime from the MLB. Like, talking about the one of the greatest players of all time will never get recognized by future generations, and it kind of sucks.
The banning of Pete Rose refers to a 1989 agreement between Commissioner A. Bartlett Giamatti and Pete Rose, whereby Rose agreed to be banned from baseball and life or for life in return for baseball not making a formal determination. This is just a bunch of jargon.
Yeah, hold on. Does it actually say what he did?
Rose was one of the greatest hitters. Blah.
I need 500 words for my essay. How many words can I put in here to
Honestly,
make it?
Bullshit. Yeah, just tell us what he did.
he never bet on the Reds to lose.
Okay.
So he was betting on his team to win.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, if my
That's
coach
not
is
the
betting
same.
on my team to win, I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, coach believes in us. He's putting his own money down. Like, I don't
That
see
is
what's so
kind of
wrong about
shitty,
that.
though. Like shaving points and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but if that like happened while we were playing and stuff
Oh
like
my
that. I mean,
God.
granted, we weren't professionals or anything,
No,
but like
but
if you were
still.
fucking with my paycheck and stuff like that,
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah.
so you could make more money.
Yeah, no, especially as the quarterback. Like, hold on, you get to make $50 million. I'm fighting for a spot.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
especially in like that kind of position. Like
Yeah,
if you were
bro.
the head coach or the quarterback, I'd be pissed off. But if you were like
Yeah.
something else, like a cornerback or a linebacker,
so
that's a
that-
little different.
So that actually brings me to what I was trying to bring up. How much do you think like professional sports is bought in because of gambling such a big industry? Like, I mean, because, bro, here's the thing. When you look at all the gambling, like, okay, last night I think the over-under was 47.5. They stopped at 47. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And they went to overtime with 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
If they technically kicked that field goal, that extra point, they clear the bet.
Yeah.
But because they were like, oh, they won. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's like how
exactly.
much of that shit, you know, like in basketball, like I love basketball and I personally like, you know, that's one of my favorite sports. I mean, you see Mavs hat, Mavs gear, that's what we do. But like it's so easy to look like you're trying in basketball. Oh, I'm shooting. Oh, but you know, you turn your wrist at the last second or you do something funky, you know the ball's not going in. Like how many of them dudes are like, hey, you're over under 30 points, go ahead and get 27 tonight. You know what I mean? Like it'd be
Yeah.
real easy. So like
I could make an easy 4 Gs if you just miss 3 of your 3 points.
Bro, and
tonight.
it wouldn't even be that because. But here's my point: like you're thinking about the guys that are on the lower end of the roster. Like obviously, I think league minimum is for NFL is like $325 a year, which is still good money. Obviously, I would take
Yeah.
that. I would love to ride the bench for $325,000 a year.
Or practice team.
I mean, whatever. But you know, like I think you have to be on the official 53 to get that money. So like, I'll
Yeah.
ride the bitch and you know play basically practice and shit for $325,000 a year.
Well, I think like I did some research about this a long time
Yeah.
ago, but I think the average salary for like somebody on the scout team who's not really playing, but you're doing all the mimicking of the other
150 or something,
teams.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Still
goes
good
up as
money.
high as that.
Yeah, still good money.
Yeah.
You know? Like I mean, even the lower end guys are probably making 75 or something. You know,
I
still.
mean, shoot, I'd take 150K right now. Shoot,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
telling me.
Bro,
All I gotta do is run routes,
I mean,
or cover routes.
come
Let's
out there
go.
and practice and have a potential to make it up to the roster one day. Okay.
So they're,
Yeah.
they're technically on the team, but they basically don't play.
The scout team is like
They're
okay,
kind of
so
like
you-
the support crew.
Yeah, so like you have like the 53-man roster, and then you have the scout team, and it's like say if like Blade got hurt and they have to bring someone up, they can bring them up from the scout team.
Yeah.
It's
But
kinda
do,
like
do they usually have like at least one replacement for that before they have to go?
Oh
to
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Now, I mean, you have 53 guys on a roster, and you only need what 22 technically, 11 on defense, 11 on offense.
That's
and-
if
Yeah.
they're only playing one side each.
Yeah, so I mean, technically, if you have kickoff return and kickoff and stuff like that, like and punt return, you could have a total of like 44. You know that you would need. For
I think
so-
32 is technically a skeleton team.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you could have like a little as 32 and still technically be able to go in there. You just have to have so many replacements for each. I think like at least one replacement for each position or something like that.
And that's another thing I was wanting to ask too. Is like in the professional leagues, do players usually only play like I only do offense and players only do defense, or is there a lot of doubling up?
And football?
Yeah.
No, usually you're one side.
You're one side.
You pick.
Because I mean, I remember
there are
like,
special people though.
Yeah, like Deion Sanders.
Deion
he
Sanders
used to play
played
wide
both.
receiver and cornerback.
Yeah.
I got you.
J.J. Watt, when he was like defensive player of the year, having like 22 sacks and all that, also would come in and play tight end in
Yep.
the end zone and catch touchdowns, you know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a normal thing. It was like a freak play. Like, why is J.J. Watt on offense? What the fuck? And then next thing you know, he's catching a touchdown pass. You're like, what the hell just happened?
Devin
like-
Hester comes to mind. There.
Who?
Devin Hester, because he was a cornerback and a
Well,
slot wide receiver
and a
then
returner,
He was
but
also
he was
a
a-
returner.
The thing is, like, I'm a Bears fan, so I can say this. Devin Hester was one of those dudes that was good at what he was good at, which was returning. They just
Yeah.
need to find a position to put him in.
And it was
like-
mostly corner.
Well, then eventually they put him as a wide receiver because, I mean, the dude
That I
was
remember,
fast. I
yeah.
mean, just he wasn't a great corner. He wasn't bad, but it was like the only time that you really saw highlights is when he would get an interception, then you knew he'd take off to the house because
Yeah.
motherfucker's too quick. You know, just too damn fast. But, like, he was one of those guys that Devin Hester was a great return man. That was what he made his, and they just had to find a position to fill him in because all you want him to do is return punts and kickoffs because he made sure, like what, like
Give him the ball. He runs fast.
yeah, like
crazy
hey, give him
fast.
space, give him speed. He's good
Exactly,
to go. Like,
exactly.
It's, you know, like he was one of those guys. Like they had him timed. His 40 time was like 4.4, but they said like if he ran next to a 4.4, he was running 4.3. You know what I mean? Like it just was whoever's next to him, he's got to kick it another gear. Yeah, like he was one of those guys that they said like if he looked over and the cornerback's about to catch him, it's like, oh damn, he's running faster than your 40 time. Next thing you know, he's running a 4.1. It's like, damn, how'd he get that much quicker all of a sudden? He's just competitive genes. Just,
He's got that special extra gear, as coaches always talk about.
He's
yeah.
going to top gear.
Yeah, honestly, there's
No.
like the fifth gear.
Now there's been a few players that played two sports. I mean, like Dion again, he played
Yeah, I've
baseball.
heard of that.
Yeah.
Football and baseball usually go together.
Bo Jackson, we got
Bo
robbed.
Jackson,
We got
yeah.
robbed of Bo Jackson. Like that dude, he had such a short career, but like that was one of those good. Like they said he would have been a 500 career home run hitter, which is ridiculous.
God.
That they say he would have been probably a average 300 with a 500 home run hitter. Like he would have been one of the greatest power hitters of all time, probably one of the greatest outfielders. And you know what's crazy? Have you ever seen the video of the injury that actually ended his career?
Mm-mm.
It was a routine
I'll
tackle.
pull it up.
I mean, it was a routine tackle. Like, literally what happened was he was so muscular in his thighs that when he got tackled from behind, it dislocated his hip. But then he landed on the hip, and it, crushed back in, and he crushed his own artery between his muscle and his hip bones.
I remember it wasn't anything spectacular. He got tackled. It just looked like a regular tackle.
It was literally like a tackle from behind. They were trying to catch his ass, and, like, it was one of those things, like, it didn't get dragged down hard. It's just it was one of those freak of nature. I mean, like yesterday in the Super Bowl, the dude was walking out on the field towards Achilles, apparently. Like, just
no
walking
shit.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, I
just
saw
walking
that
to
too.
Just
it was ridiculous.
bro, just walking to the field. Yeah, right here. So, look, just basic run. You know, good run. I mean, bust out for 20, 25. Look, boom. Guy tackles him from the side. Basic shit. Dislocates his hip to the point, and then he, being so tough and big, when he rolled over just then, they said he popped his hip back into place, severing an artery or something like that, and it really fucked his, Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, my God.
Pinching a nerve,
Yeah.
more like.
Yeah, that's
Because
just
if
a
he
basic.
severed an artery,
Yeah,
I'd
basic
probably be
play,
dead
look,
after that.
watch. He's just running. Guy just kind of gets it from the side. Nothing crazy, but the way he landed,
Yeah,
it
the way he
dislocated
twisted
his
like
hip.
that. I saw
Yep.
that.
My God.
And like I said, they say he was so big and so solid that when he just rolled over, it popped back into place and hit a vein or something crazy like that, and he never could do it again. Like, it was crazy.
It
He's still alive?
either pinched
yeah,
it,
yeah.
either pinched a vein or pinched a nerve.
I
One
think
of
they
the
said it was
two.
a vein. Like, it was some serious shit. Like, they had to go
Damn.
in and basically dislocate his hip for him and move shit back around. Like, it was bad.
That makes sense because you can't just fucking lethal weapon some shit like that.
Hell
You kind of
no.
have to, you know.
But you know what the
pop it
wildest
back
thing
into place.
is like, everybody says he was like the strongest dude on the team, but he never lifted a single weight. That was
That's
supposed
wild.
to
That's like Jackie Chan shit right there. Or Bruce Lee, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Bruce Lee never lifted a weight, but he was only 130 pounds.
Yeah, he
so
was
I believe
lean.
that.
He was
Yeah.
lean solid.
Yeah, Bo Jackson was like 220 solid. And
What did he do?
Apparently, he was a country boy in Alabama or something like that. He did a lot of
Okay.
running. He did a lot
Farm
of tree
work.
climbing.
All right, yeah.
They said he used to be so strong that he would throw apples through fucking screen doors, like ripped screen doors, throwing apples.
Damn, fucking custom, fucking is Bo Jackson?
Yeah,
Bo Jackson applesauce
basically.
thrown purely
No, it
through
would-
country door.
But it wouldn't even shatter. It would just rip the country door down. That's what's crazy.
Oh,
Like, it just
oh,
boom,
okay.
hole, yeah.
All right.
And then apparently
God.
there was like other stories where he would take a stick and dunk it. Like, you know, you got to get 11 feet to dunk a basketball. If you take a stick that's 3 foot long, you got to get like 14 feet in the air type shit.
Yeah.
And they said supposedly when he was a kid, he was able to dunk a stick. And then like there was a 30 for 30 called Bo Knows. It's really good. I love that shit. But,
Yeah, I
like,
know that one.
yeah, but that's where you get the stories from where they're like, you know, it's like the stories are something crazy, but it's like who would come up with dunking a stick? Like, you know
Honestly,
what I mean? Like, who
honestly,
would-
that's one of those like if you hear that, you're like, what the fuck? Let
Yeah.
me hear about that. Come on now.
Yeah.
You don't really think that's fake.
yeah, no, I mean, and it's
Like,
supposed-
how do you fake that?
And then supposedly he's like, you know, he lifted some weights, but it was never hardcore weight training. It was more like when he became a pro, you have to get your weight room in time or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was more like, I run, I do body squats, I do push-ups, and I go do man shit. Like he loves bow hunting, so he's like the strength of his shoulders coming from the bow, and like he would purposely switch hands so he get it on both sides, and like a whole
Basic
bunch
dude shit.
of like climbing trees.
This is just
Yeah.
pure
Basic dude
man
stuff.
shit.
Yeah. Basic
Basically,
dude stuff.
Yeah, man shit. And then it's crazy to know like, and then like you hear about old school, like see the generations now, we ain't nowhere close to being as tough as we once thought we
Not
were.
even close.
Like, you know about damn, what's that? He's a middle linebacker for the Steelers. It was Jack something. But that dude was so bad that, like, supposedly at practice time, everybody else would be in there. He would get under the bench press, do 10 reps, light a cigarette, and then go walk 2 miles, be like, practice is over, and then go home. And then he'd come out there and rip
Goddamn.
people's heads off during the game. That's back when there was a steel curtain and, like, me, Joe Green, like the baddest man of all time type shit. Dude lit a cigarette at practice, walked 2 miles around the track, and it was, like, time to kill somebody. He just was ready to go.
Damn, son.
Wow.
He's the freak of
Yeah.
nature.
I mean, that's him and Ric Flair, like we were talking about earlier. And it's just
we can get back on our Ronnie Coleman thing of talking about freaks of nature.
nothing but
Oh,
a peanut,
boy.
baby.
Nothing but peanut.
Lightweight.
Lightweight. Bro, that dude's so badass that whenever he's in the fucking hospital for back fusion and surgery, he's got like 8 disc fused or something crazy like that. He still had them build a weight set around him.
Y'all remember whenever he was an Arlington police officer?
God, could you imagine how scary that would be?
I wouldn't want to do anything. I'd be
It,
like,
it
oh,
wasn't
shit.
protect and serve. It was serve.
It's
Protect
like,
yourself.
boy, what you doing? Nothing, Mr. Coleman. Nothing
Not-
at all.
nothing anymore. No, I promise.
No,
I promise.
nothing at all. We
I
ain't
promise I
shooting
wasn't
dice
selling
at all.
drugs to the community, Mr. Coleman. That wasn't me.
That's right. Go back home to your grandma.
and give me 100.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
It's more than a peanut. It's more of an almond, sir.
That's a full pecan. But like that dude, like he was so dedicated to his shit that supposedly he had a watch that went off every hour just so he could wake up and eat a meal.
Oh, wow.
So like even whenever he was asleep, he would wear his little wrist watch and ding, 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 roll over, warm up go right back to bed.
Time to
Ding,
eat
ding,
some oatmeal.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even oatmeal. It was like full chicken and rice and shit. Like,
Oh, shit. Yeah, let's go.
He ate like they said he ate 12 times a day, like full meals.
I believe it.
I mean, you got to be that big.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly.
you have to.
I can't remember who the guy's name is. I'm about to look it up. There's a biker, like a bicycle. He got so fit that he actually died in his sleep because his heart rate got so low. Yeah, I'm about to look this up. Y'all keep
Interesting.
Y'all keep
Damn.
the convo going.
Damn, could you imagine being that in shape?
So
that
we were
you go to
talking
sleep?
about earlier the 3 places where you see the weirdest people.
Oh yeah. We said Walmart, and Waffle House.
Okay, number 1 is always Walmart, but it's like Walmart between the 90s to 2010s.
When it was 24 hour.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever it was
Yeah.
24 hours, because
Pre-COVID.
everybody would go in there, bro.
Pre-COVID.
Number 2, Waffle House, but that's kind of like a double-edged sword there because you
Right.
see weirdos and fights.
And cool people. You run into some
Yeah,
cool people at Waffle House,
exactly,
too. Yeah.
exactly. And by the way, if you see the cook of Waffle House hanging out outside, squatted down, smoking a cigarette,
You're gonna get
that
good
food is going to be fucking great.
Yep.
Number 3, the mall.
Which one? Any mall, really, right?
Ooh, okay. That depends on what you think is funny. Because Redbird Mall, funny as fuck.
I was
whenever
about
it was
to say
around.
the Redbird Mall.
Yeah, dog. You know what's up.
because we worked out there.
That
Oh
was a
my
crazy,
god.
Yeah, we
We
did a
didn't
job.
work there long.
No, but we did a job. It was a hospital they were building outside by the Redbird Mall.
Yeah.
And it was wild because you'd be hearing people like, I remember there'd be times we'd go out to the car to go do lunch or whatever, and you just hear people like in the, you stepped on my sneaker, motherfucker. And you're like, God damn, shit's about to break out
shit's
out
about
there.
to fight off.
To make a point on this thing real quick, apparently it's just a bunch of them back in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, it was just a myriad of cyclists.
Well, see,
Damn.
okay, but that
Yeah.
makes sense because there
$10
was,
word
there
with a
was
word.
Resting
Yeah.
heart rate would get so low.
they're probably on EPO.
Yeah.
Does it say that? EPO?
What is EPO?
I'm almost willing to bet they were on EPO.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What's
you know what
EPO?
EPO does, right?
What is
No,
that?
I
No, so I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like I know the scientific
meta.
name.
The
But
meta.
Basically, what EPO does, bro, is it gives you like ridiculous stamina. Like you do not get tired. Like people in the UFC got banned. They a lot of God damn, what's it? You remember Dillashaw? I can't remember his first name. Something Dillashaw.
Is it
but-
Corey?
No, it wasn't Corey, but he
Tim?
TJ Dillashaw.
Tim TJ?
TJ Dillashaw.
Okay.
You know, he was one.
That makes sense.
You know, he was considered one of the best bantamweights of all time there for a little bit and all this and that.
Sure.
So okay, well, anyways, but like I don't know how much you kept up with that flyweight division, bantamweight division, but like he was known for just ridiculous pace and cardio. Like the motherfucker didn't get tired. He'd go 25 minutes just straight, just boom, 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 boom. Yeah, like just he even had this funky like kind of monkey walk stance where he's like all over the place. Like a lot of energy is getting burnt while he fights. That's all, what I'm trying to say. Like he's
Okay.
nonstop movement. Well, he got busted on this EPO shit when he beat Cody Garbrandt. And what EPO does is it actually thickens your blood, which is what causes the heart attacks in your sleep. But it gives you this, it makes your blood so nutrient filled that you don't get tired. So you
Yeah.
go, like, you know how you get that general lactic acid feel when you're working out and shit like
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
You don't get that. Like your muscles and your blood is pumping so much that you, like they said these guys would train MMA, and you know MMA training is fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's fucking hard.
And these guys would be like on the bike for 2 hours hard and then go hit the bags for an hour straight and then go do drill. And like TJ was known for like this crazy work ethic, like 5-6 hour workouts a day. And then you come to find out, yeah, he's on EPO. No wonder. But this EPO shit got real.
Isn't that what steroids does?
Well, EPO is a type
It's
of
a
steroid.
type of steroid.
It's a steroid,
Okay,
yeah.
I got you.
But it's performance enhancer, whatever you want to classify. It's performance
the
enhancer.
Janitorial custodian, whatever. Yeah.
But I mean, okay, so look, I'm just gonna throw this out there. But I mean, there's so many different performance enhancers. There's a difference between like a SARM and like a steroid. Like I've taken SARMs, I've never taken official steroids. If that makes sense. Like SARMs are without
steroid adjacent.
basically what like a SARM is what they give someone suffering through cancer or like rehab, like to get your muscles back type shit. Like it's just to hype you up, but without as much negative side effects as long as you do your research, you know how to protect your liver because everything's harsh on your liver when you're taking that stuff. So, I mean, if you do your research and know what you're doing, it's not as devastating to you as, like, just shooting up tests.
Is it the actual substance itself or other things you put in your body?
I mean, like, okay, for example, I took something called bouldering once.
Okay.
Right? It's called people.
That sounds like a Pokemon, but go ahead.
Sure does.
Most of them do. It's
a rock steel Pokemon.
Bouldering. But, like, what bouldering was good for is, like, the reason why I started taking it is because it says it's really good for your ligaments and your joints and your tendons. So, like, my knees were hurting real bad, and it's also what they call a wet supplement, which means you retain a lot more water, like you get more bulky. But it was one of those things, like, it made my knees feel good. You know what I mean? After, like, fucking my knees up playing football and everything else I've done, like, I didn't feel knee pain for the longest time. It did add, like, 10 pounds of muscle. I got big on that shit. But, like basically what bouldering will do is it would take the calories you put in and say your body can only absorb, like, 50 grams of protein. Next thing you know, you're absorbing 150.
So it's like creatine, but instead of water, it's for protein.
I mean, but, like, okay, so we can go forever on this.
Honestly.
This is my expertise.
We could have a podcast all about this.
I mean, one day.
Nerd out
True that.
One day, but
I can nerd out about my gun stuff, and he can nerd about his body stuff. He's like, I know how to make your dick bigger.
Like,
all you need is fucking tetrahydrohedrons.
All you need is a clamp in your backseat of your car.
But, like,
there we go.
That's the
Jelking.
thing. Like, I know y'all on the camera are probably going to be like, oh, bullshit. But there was a point I was like 215, 225 with abs. Like, I was big and jacked. You know what I was.
I remember what
it's true. He was a big, sexy
man.
He was a big, sexy man, guys.
Big and sexy. But
I'm too
sexy. Now I'm rocking the dad bod, and people still think I apparently look good. I don't know. But
that's
way,
people's kinks, bro.
It works. But so my point being is, like, I used to take this shit. I know what it does for you and this and that. And, like, so, like, there's a difference. Like, EPO is full steroid. Like, that shit got real big because, like, a lot of CEOs, just for the sake of like, EPO is expensive as fuck. It's like taking HGH. You got to have money and time.
Vince McMahon.
Vince, shit on your head, McMahon. But
like, excuse me, guys. Sorry.
What happened? Anyways,
you guys are good.
Yeah, we're fine.
Shit's on your head. But,
it's the whiskey. It's the whiskey. It's hitting. It's going down the wrong pipe.
What was in this cup?
Oh.
Anyway.
Truth.
Hold on.
But so it got real famous because a lot of like big time Fortune 500 companies, CEOs and shit like that, to put promotion on the brand and be like, I'm the ultimate CEO. They were taking this EPO shit and then entering like marathons and what's the one with the bike? Not triathlons, but there's another one where it's just a bike race.
I mean,
whatever. They would ride a bike for 20 something miles.
The Pansy race.
Whatever.
Okay.
And
Tour de France. Maybe?
Sure. Whatever.
No,
no. That was the big because that's what Lance Armstrong got busted on was EPO.
Yeah.
That was the one. Yeah. So like that's what it does. Like they said this shit's so crazy that you will like it could be 1 o'clock in the morning and your body will tell you work out because if you don't work out you'll have like what this shit happened right here where you have a heart attack.
Yeah, there's cases of these guys having to get up first thing in the morning and just like doing the row machine.
Dude, they said on like the Tour de France buses and shit, like when the guys are getting out there, there's so much EPO running through their systems that like they have literal bikes on the buses. So like when you wake up in the middle of the night, you have to take turns riding the bikes and shit like that.
This just sounds miserable.
Bro, if you don't work out while you take this shit, your blood will literally thicken to the point of a heart attack. Like that's
keep
what it
your
does.
heart moving or you will die.
Dude, it's like that movie Cranked. You know what I mean? Like
Whoa!
You better keep going.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. I was trying to think of a fucking thing that's like that, and it's exactly that. It's Cranked.
So you know how on Cranked he has to do something to keep the electric charge in his heart or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like grinding on that old lady or whatever to get the motion. But like that's what EPO
keep the adrenaline up.
Yeah, that's kind of what EPO does. Like if you don't keep moving, if you're not working out, and it can't just be like I'm gonna go on a walk. Like you have to run. You know what I mean? You got to really get that blood flow.
I'm gonna chase this person like I'm trying to kill them.
Dude, like the freakiest shit was they had a video showing a dude like he passed out or whatever, and they were like he was swelling up from the blood tension in his veins, and they like cut that shit and it was coming out like jelly. Like it was like God damn,
super
dude.
coagulated.
But they say it's like think about Lance Armstrong. How many times did he win the Tour de France on, taking shit like that? You know what I mean? Supposedly he was also on HGH. The thing that was so real about Lance is Lance was like, hey, look, yeah, I admit to doing it. And not to mention the man had one testicle. If anybody's going to do steroids like that.
Really?
I think, yeah, I believe that's what
so
the thing was.
So him and Hitler in the one nut club. Damn.
One guy used his one nut for good.
Bring back full circle. A bunch of using illegal drugs to get what they want. That's crazy.
In a way, and it was the Tour de France.
Oh.
I mean, in a sense. But I mean, yeah, like
one with bikes, one with Panzer tanks. So
what's the difference? But like that's the thing is like when CEOs are so competitive with each other in Fortune 500 companies that they'd rather shoot up steroids and take shit to make and like you're not winning any money. They would literally enter these contexts to be like, the CEO of Sunny America, you know, like
Yeah,
type
they
shit.
look
Like
big.
it's just to make them look good.
I mean, isn't that the whole thing, right? Is like most CEOs are at least 6 feet tall.
Is that what it is?
I think so. It's about 90 or so % of CEOs are at least 6 feet tall, and they have this imposing image. It's like, no, they're not imposing because they're 6 feet tall. They're imposing because they're all psychopaths.
Yeah. No,
Like-
you have to be like a legit psychopath to, I think, run like a big business. Like, look, like we hope we get this big, but we're not going to do anything where we step on anybody. Like, we want to bring in a team. And
I mean,
be
but
able
like,
to, you know,
it's all relative too. Like, big for us is like, oh, we get to quit our jobs and do this, right?
right.
Big to a CEO is like, I'm going to crush my enemies until they are nothing.
And that's what's wild about, like, you know, okay, so like just kind of backstory. I've been trying to purchase a car. I've been having issues with car problems, and I'm trying to get a car and everything like that. You know, my brother's tired of giving me rides everywhere, so I totally understand. But it's like while we're sitting there doing everything, it's like,
Whoa.
yeah,
It's not just him.
okay, Blade's
It's
tired
the
of picking
bulk
me
of
up.
it,
Brother. Yeah.
I want to hear your shit.
Anyways,
But hey, we are appreciative of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you,
shake
sir.
it.
Blade's the one that was
Shake,
able to
shake,
get me here for this podcast. So if any of y'all actually like this shit, thank Blade.
Shake.
But like, the corporate America is so fucking grimy, man. Like everything is based off a number system and this and that. And like, look, I'm not gonna sit there and try to be one of those people that's like, oh, the system sucked for me, so it sucks in general. Like, I get why you have to have credit. I get why you have to push for things. I get why you have to have cosigners.
It's
and
a system.
It's just-
not that
yeah.
it's evil or good. It's just a system in place. Unfortunately, the barrier of entry for the evil people to go in there and do malicious things is pretty low.
And
right?
see, what throws me off is like, it's like getting your first job, right?
Right.
It's like everybody wants you to have experience before you can even get a job to get experience. Like, how does that make sense? It's like, hey, I'm coming in here to purchase a vehicle that's way out of my price range. And hey, look, the guy that was working with me, cool guy. Not going to sit there and dog him out. He did everything he could. I fucked up a lot of my past when it comes to my credit and shit. I got to work on that. That's on me. I'm not going to take that from nobody. That's on me. Got to find people around me that are willing to work with me, but that's my problem to deal with. It wasn't nothing to do with the sales guy. But it's like, they want you to have money before they loan you money. They want you to have a job before you have a job. They want you to have experience so you can get experience. Like, it's fucking wild to me. It's like okay, I feel for, like, I'm the father here. All right, like I've said before, I got 5 kids. You know what I mean? I feel for my kids once they hit a certain generation, because if it's hard, the barrier entry in some places now is so difficult. What's it going to be like in the future? It's like, have you ever flipped a burger before? No, my first job was McDonald's for a reason. Like, oh, we want someone that's had at least a year of burger flipping experience. So does Wendy's. Like, who am I supposed to go to? You know what I mean? Like,
What's your social credit score?
now that's what fucking freaks me out, bro. Okay, no, you want to get into a real one. Like, here's the deep thoughts part of this whiskey shots. That shit is
Here we
like,
go.
that shit is terrifying to think about, that they can put a score over your fucking head that dictates what you get to do in life, which we have credit scores here in America, which is kind of on, but that's based on what you do. Now, if you sit there and try to give me some kind of fucking score because I got on Facebook and I thought a monkey picking its ass and flinging it at a person walking by is hilarious, and I'm a worse person because of it, then
Minus
I'm
15
worried.
points on your social credit score.
Bro, but like,
you're
yeah.
a degenerate.
And then think about what that. Okay, I gotta go to the library. Who the fuck goes to the libraries? But I gotta go to the library. You have to have a clearance of 900 to get in here, and you're 850. Damn.
I go to the library. I
I do
love the
sometimes,
library.
actually.
The
I mean,
library's pretty awesome.
We got the kids all library cards because they want to start. They, but my point is like, what if you start cutting shit? Oh, okay, I want to go into this nice ass restaurant as like a special thing. What's your credit score, or what's your social score? 720. Oh no, you got to be in the 1500s.
Get the fuck out of
And then
here. What are you doing here?
And then here's where it comes into again.
We will call the police.
For real.
It's making a lot of people become a bit too complacent with their
Okay,
life.
but hold on.
Because it's the only route that they're allowed to take anymore.
Okay, but here's another point I'm having. Okay, one thing I hate in life is a motherfucker who's fake. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like me, tell me you don't like me. If we're cool, we cool. Like, if you have a problem, come to me face to face and tell me we got a problem. If we don't, we don't. You know what I mean? But someone that's gonna smile in your face and put a knife in your back, I ain't got time for that shit. So once we get to a point of socials credit scores, how much it can be? Hi, how are you? Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you.
What are all the illegal things that you do?
Yeah,
Please tell me. I won't tell anybody else.
Have you
And
heard
then
of this
boom,
thing called
Gestapo shows up.
weed?
Smoke weed every day.
What if you slapped your little brother around? Next thing you know, you get minus 50 points on your social score, and then you can't go into Buc-ee's.
Yeah,
Ooh.
what if, James?
I'd be negative 20 for all the times I beat your ass, but that's
That's
beside the
it?
point. I mean, at least. I mean, they give you like a couple. It's like when you sign your SATs, you get 700 just for putting your name on the thing.
Yeah.
So you get some points. Just
You get
for
a
starting.
quarter of the points.
But like, bro, that shit, like like, am I out of place to think like that would be the worst thing that you could possibly do? Is like having like, listen, there's some real pieces of shit out there. I mean, we were making jokes about Adolf Hitler as a baby, but like, dude, like, I don't.
Yeah, but you look into the camera and you go, "Come on,
Come on,
Come on, plus
Come
10.
on.
Plus
But-
10.
but you-
Every
but-
time you say come on, you get plus 10 social points.
come on, come on, come on.
We found
Exactly.
the infinite food glitch."
Exactly.
There's
Until
just
they
like-
find out and hot patch it.
and then they just take away 2 million. You're like in a high rise club. It's like, hold on, you use that patch. Hey, they kick you out the window. That's
So
just
you
what
look
it
at
is.
them, goes, and they're like, "Come on."
They're like, damn, we got to give them 10 more. Shit. But no, like, dude, like, and the fact that they're actually using that system in like China and shit is fucking terrifying. Like, if you get on the internet and start talking too much, what we're doing right now
Oh, yeah.
would get us so fucking banned, and we're not even anybody or anything. We're just
Exactly.
talking shit and getting drunk. Like, it's what's
Exactly.
crazy. Like, we're just literally bullshitting. They'd be like,
That
oh.
man said off the wall shit. Minus 15 points.
Yeah.
He can no longer go to Dairy Queen.
How many points you think the Tiananmen Square guy got minus for that whole bullshit?
I mean,
All of them?
Did he die?
I think he did get ran over.
No, I've heard some weird story that he just kind of like walked the other way.
Yeah, like, see, that's the thing is, like, I've heard a couple different versions of this. Like, I've heard he was like, he died a hero getting ran over by the tanks. I've also heard the version where it's like, you see the picture, but it was more or less a guy in shock. And then when they're like, get the fuck out the way, he was like, okay. And they got the fuck out the way. So it wasn't really as rebellious as they try to say. I don't know. I know that's a major part of someone else's culture, and I'm not trying to dog it, but that's just what's
I will say that's kind of that weird nebulous period in history that was like the beginning of internet, where like things
Right.
started coming out and the curtain was starting to be pulled, but just not so far into the internet where everything was revealed yet.
So since we're in the deep whiskey matrix thoughts part of
no.
this whole thing, do you consider that like the new age of man is when the internet? Like, real talk. Like, was that the
It's
next
the
evolutionary
information age.
stage? But was that the new evolutionary stage of who we are as human beings? Beyond the part of
physiologically or mentally.
both.
It only goes one way.
Only
No,
one.
no, no, no,
only
no,
one
no,
of
no.
those would
That's what
apply
I'm
in
saying.
that
It's only
situation.
one. Dude, we're
It would
still
be intellectually.
No, but it still physiologically changes.
I mean,
you.
sure, but like, are we any
But think
more
about this.
capable of?
Okay, but think about this. People got carpal tunnel syndrome because you weren't used to this. Now that's just not even as big of a deal. Like, people, like newer generations, that shit's not even in them like
Okay,
that.
understandable, but addiction is also at its highest it's ever been in
Well,
history.
yeah, because you can get satisfaction immediately. Like, everything's immediate satisfaction. Like, you don't even have to do anything to fuck your head up. You can watch porn, and next thing you know, you're in a new universe.
Boom, get that post-net clarity instantly.
So, okay.
yeah,
no,
but like,
on
jokes
a-
aside, but that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like back in the day. Okay, like, let's just say, like, in our grandparents' age, it's like, damn, I really want to bust a nut. You had to go talk to Susie at the fucking like soda shack and throw some. I really like you. Oh, that's what you're doing in school. Oh, your skirt's really cool. You want to pull it down for me? Like, you know, this all you had to put in the work for shit. Like, nowadays, it's like, damn, I really want to bust a nut. Hey, bitch, you want to fuck? No. Do it my damn self.
Or
No.
you go to the Sears catalog.
I mean, that was old school style too.
Yeah.
Do you imagine? Do you remember? I remember the first Playboy I ever read.
Me too.
Tori Wilson and Sable.
Bro, I don't remember it like that, but
I
I remember
do.
how I got my
I
first
do.
Playboy.
You remember? You said what?
Yeah, I remember how I got my first Playboy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
me
I
and,
got a
me and
funny
one of
story
my
about that.
buddies, we had a summertime job mowing
Right.
lawns
Okay.
and shit like that, and we were like, yeah,
Found
20
someone's stash.
Yeah, no, not even
Okay.
that. The guy paid us in nudie mags.
Teenage dream, bro.
Yeah, straight up. He was like, hey, I'll be honest with you. I don't want to pay you guys, but
What the fuck?
do you want some nudie mags? And we were like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. And
Yeah.
he gave me two and the other guy two, and it was still in like the black package.
Oh,
You
so
know what
he
I'm talking
got a-
about?
He had a subscription.
Oh, dude, he had a subscription. Oh, he had a
he
subscription.
owes you a lot. Was it a Playboy or Hustler?
It was a Playboy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You know.
And I remember that was the first thing I ever had as a kid that was
Okay.
like, oh, I need to hide this shit.
Yeah.
And I hid it amongst my my school items.
So I got two funny Playboy stories, and both of them end up being my family members that I found it.
That's
The
hilarious.
first one was, sorry, Mom, but I know you know about this because this caused a fight between you two, but I found my
Ooh,
dad's.
boy.
My dad, when Tori Wilson and Sable and wrestling was real big, he
Ooh.
bought that Playboy where they're all on top of each other. That was the first thing I fucking found. That shit blew my fucking mind, changed my whole life indefinitely. There was and bro, that was one of the things. Like, Selma Hayek is the reason I got Latina fever, but there was another Latina girl in there. I was just, and then the other funny story is we were doing work, cleaning out the garage of our
Was it
grandmother's
Lita?
house.
Was it Lita?
No. It was like just another Playboy girl. The only two celebrity centerfolds was Tori and Sable.
Oh, okay.
But God damn, now I want to see the lead one. Anyways, but the other one was we were cleaning out the garage to our. Technically by blood, she was our grandma, but I call her something else. You know, I don't.
We don't need to get.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, y'all don't even know that much. But anyways, like, so we were cleaning the garage, and then I guess my granddad had like some old 1975 Playboys and shit, and we stumbled across them. So much bush. Jesus Christ, the amount of bush in them things.
That's what was hot back then.
And that's what was crazy is like it wasn't no like little hairs there or like the landing strip. That bitch was. You're like, God damn.
It's like Osama in a triangle.
Shit, beyond that, bro. Osama in a triangle had less
What?
hair.
He had a lot of beard.
You ain't seen The Dictator?
No.
Oh my God.
Man.
Oh wait, I've seen enough of it.
Don't mess with the Zoran or
Zohan.
Oh,
Zohan.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, so there's a part where he's like, the pee-pee is not working, and it's like he pulls down his pants. He's like, God, good Lord, it looks like you got Saddam in a triangle choke or something like that. It's like, whoa, that's
Damn.
we want to talk about movies that couldn't fly today. Good God, oh my, he catches that
Dude,
fish in his asshole and everything.
It's anything, any comedy movie in the late 80s to
Before
early
2010.
90s.
Before
The
2010.
early
Yeah.
aughts.
Yeah. Basically 2009 and before probably wouldn't fly. Because, I mean, Tropic Thunder was like 06, 07. And
I don't think Step Brothers or the,
Hell no.
what is that? Oh, Dewey Cox.
God, I love that movie. Yeah,
Get
Walk
Hard?
Hard.
Walk
Walk
The
Hard.
Dewey
Hard.
Cox story.
Get Hard. That's another Dewey Cox movie. But yeah, Walk Hard. What are you doing? We're smoking the reefer. You don't want none of this. Does it mess with you? Makes sex better, Dewey, but you don't want this. I think I do.
It sounded like I kind of want this.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You
Does
can't
it-
smell this, Dewey? No.
I lost
No,
my
I
sense of
can't.
smell. Yeah, that's right. I lost my sense of smell.
This
That
makes
was
me
a-
crazy. It actually levels you out, but you don't want this.
Does
Yeah.
it have negative side effects? There's no scientific research of negative side effects. You don't want this, Dewey. I think I want
They
it.
couldn't be any more on the nose.
That's what was crazy. This was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Well, I don't want to OD on it. You can't OD on it.
That you can't OD on it, Dewey. You don't want this. I think I want it.
Well, okay. There's just this once.
He really quickly changed.
Yeah,
Does
it was
make you cra-
immediate.
Does it make you crazy? It levels you out. You don't want this, and then immediately just okay. Here you go. Come on in. And then at the end, he's like, "What are you all doing? We're doing Viagra, Dewey. You don't want this. You're right. I don't." And he walks out. Viagra he didn't want to touch. But yeah, no, that's one of the movies like, and honestly, like, what was Walk the Line, the actual Johnny Cash movie?
Yeah.
That's a good movie too. Like, that's no bullshit. That's a good movie too. Like, you see if that story is somewhat real, which apparently it is, like he had like a first-hand say on a lot of it. So I believe a lot of it, but it's like, damn, that dude was on some shit. Like, god damn, like popping, like he had popping. There was like one part where he's sitting there with his bitch or whatever, and he popped like 6 painkillers before he even gave her one.
Yep.
And he's just like, damn, Johnny, I see you.
I get 6, you get 1. I
Yeah.
get 6, you get 1.
And then just laughing. She's like, you're such an asshole, because he kept like, here you go. And then he's like, I thought it was the funniest shit
Damn.
ever. And then she's just like, you're such a dick. Give me a pill.
So to go back to our previous plate, what are
one?
your top 3 weird places to see people? Because
Trader's,
you heard
Trader's
mine.
Village.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Trader's
Ooh, that's a
Village.
good one.
There's a lot of weirdos at Trader's Village. Like, you get some people that, like, because, you know, I used to have a booth out there. We used to sell some stuff. And it's like, you see some people that be genuinely cool. And it's like, then you have guys that want to tell you your life stories. Like, dude, the class is $10. Buy the fucking mug and leave, man. Like, I'm not trying to act like, hey, okay, that's great that your grandfather stuck his thumb up his ass and figured out something back in 1952. But, and then, you know, just, you know, all that kind of shit. So it's Trader's Village is one of them. Waffle House is definitely one as well. And then, you know, the obvious Walmart at 3 a.m. Like, that shit's always got the weirdos in it. But, you know, we'll have to get into that a little bit more next time. Just kind of some more shit. I mean, I know there's some things we didn't get to like we wanted to.
Oh,
but
yeah. I have to tell you the Waffle House fight story.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I can do that now? I wanted to hear the producer's fucking top 3 weird places to see
What's
people.
your top 3
My
weird
top
places?
3?
Yeah.
Like, you see some real weirdos.
Mom
Yeah.
and Dad's house,
Oh, damn.
your house,
Fair.
and Blade's house.
All right,
Man.
then. All right, well,
That's fucked up.
that's
It's not fucked up. It's true.
that's kind of fucked up.
We're weirdos.
Yeah.
We're
It is what
weirdos.
it is. You know what I mean?
I guess I can talk about the Waffle House
Yeah.
fight because
You-
it's real quick. I remember one time I was real drunk. And,
As you are in Waffle House.
Well, it was beforehand. We were at a house party, an apartment party, if you will. And I was sitting there drinking, was really hungry, and decided to go to Waffle House, right? And it was maybe about 1 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that, late hours and shit like that. Right. And I walked in, I'm like, okay, cool, just get my usual fucking all-star special, get the pancake, or the waffle, rather. The waffle.
Slam jam or whatever the fuck
yeah,
that's
exactly.
called.
The all-star
waffle.
Special.
Yeah, you get like waffle, egg, sausage.
Waffle, egg, sausage,
bacon.
and extra city ham is what I was doing. I was sitting
Real
there.
Texan breakfast.
Yeah, honestly, I was trying to sober up, to be completely real
He'll
with you.
do it for you.
And I was sitting there eating, and then some motherfuckers off in the corner were just like talking so much shit, and I'm just like, whatever, bro. I'm here eating my own shit.
Right.
And then a fight broke out off in that corner, right?
Right.
And I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'm not involved in this. And they're fighting and shit like that. And the server even came over and was like, hey, you good? And I'm like, yeah, man. Could I get my coffee? This shit's fucking interesting. and I'm just sitting here just like real drunk, just watching this fucking fight happen. I'm not involved in it, so I don't need to get froggy about nothing. Like, I'm just here to eat, man. I don't want anything to deal with this.
Just be the WB frog. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my parents.
Honestly.
Get the fuck out of there, right?
Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, man. I finished my food, and like the cops came, right? The cops came. They dealt with all that bullshit that happened, and I'm just sitting there fucking, all right, cool. Here's my
waffle.
card. Here's my card. Please do this quickly. All right, cool. I'm going to walk back to the house party. And like
all right, so I think we're going to go ahead and call that on that story
Hold on.
there. Like, well, you got one?
Well, I mean, it's not much of a story, but I did have a buddy of mine that needed some help. Do you mind if y'all try to help out a little bit with that?
Okay.
What do you mean?
Ahead. Yeah.
What do you mean
I'm
help
gonna-
out?
Yeah, go get your friend. I know you got a friend that had some questions. Go ahead and get him, bring him in.
I'm going to shoot him a call. He's on the line.
Okay.
We'll shoot him a call. Here, let's do that right now.
Is he really?
Yep.
Holy shit, he really is.
He's on the line. We're upgrading in this world.
Holy shit, this is crazy to me.
Hello.
Yeah, sir, how can I help you?
How did you get this number?
We got it from a guy named Spencer. He
Don't you
said
know who I am?
we're trying to figure that shit out if you want to be an asshole about
I'm
it.
the great Prometheus of the southern land. I own you. What do you want?
Oh, Jimothy.
That's a bit rude. Anyways, Timmy,
Wait, hold on. Hold on one more time. How did you get this number?
you gave us the number.
It's true.
You told us to call you. What do you want?
I mean, I'm just... hold on.
It was written above the local glory hole, to be completely honest with you.
Hold on. I've never been to that. You don't accuse me of nothing.
Is that the God and Glory hole that has changed your voice?
Listen, I'm gonna level with you real quick. All right, seriously.
Level.
Was it Spencer that sent you?
Yeah, it was him.
Oh my God! I thought we kept this in confidence. Just been really stressful down here underground. I've been
Right.
damning these souls all day and all night. It's
you-
like 5,000 degrees down here. They told me.
Let me ask you a question
What's
real
that?
quick. Let me ask you a
Yes,
question.
Go for it.
Are you fucking them old people?
Yeah, that's a real question right here.
Answer the question, perv.
Yeah, mole fucker.
I mean, some of them. You know how it is when you're putting in 45 hours a day. Time doesn't actually dilate correctly like it does when you're earthly realms.
You're awfully intelligent for having such a deep ass voice, but go on.
That's really, really presumptuous of you, and I don't appreciate it. And I'm going to damn you to hell a little sooner if you don't. Okay, I'm sorry.
I've already sold my soul. Good luck.
I'm just getting a little aggressive.
Get
Okay,
that IOU from someone else, asshole.
This isn't helping me. My therapist told me to calm down in situations when I'm heated.
So you call this show? This is the show you call?
Listen, I gotta finally get to my point.
All right.
Aside from
About
my
damn time.
extremely convoluted backstory,
Oh my God! Come on.
The deep lore.
I'm really just kind of lonely, honestly. I'm just looking for
Aw.
some friends.
Oh.
God damn.
And
Do you
it's-
masturbate with sandpaper? Because your voice sounds like you masturbate with sandpaper.
I was born like this, sir. I don't have a choice.
Were you punched in the throat by your father?
Listen, Spencer was a really cool guy. He really thought.
That's a lie.
I mean, kind of.
Threw him for a fucking loop.
Listen, he said that I can call you two because you are good male role models. I'm not seeing
Also
it.
a lie. Also a lie. But go on.
I'm just look. I'm wondering if I can maybe get together. We can hang out, maybe shoot some pool. you know, maybe have a couple drinks. I'm just trying to get more out there. Again, like, I'm really fucking lonely right now. Seriously.
Sure, I'll take your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
any
wow.
day.
It's
any day.
$39.99 to sit in and talk to us. You're already up to 15 minutes, so this bill's already like
Not even
$3,000.
that, man.
Oh, man,
Look,
that's
$20 every rack of pool. We'll have a good time.
Well, considering that I have just about every form of currency acquired, quote unquote, from all these damnated souls, I have all the money, really.
Oh, really?
So we can make this work out, dude.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Then you want to rob him? Want to rob
I
him?
mean, you
could
know.
try.
Yeah. I mean, do you want
No,
to help
never.
this man with his problem?
Of course, I want to help him with all the weight that he's carrying.
You guys are truly generous. Seriously, this means the world to me.
I tell you what, you deep voice fuck. How about you come in next week whenever we do the podcast? We'll have a little conversation, really kind of get down to the problems, to the deep roots of your problems. How about that?
That sounds like a really good idea.
All right. Well, go jerk it with sandpaper and have
This
a
has
good time.
been Prometheus of the Southern Underground. I will see you all next week.
Bye, Satan. I'll be honest. I have no idea what's going on right now, and I'm a little terrified.